Doctor Who, Time Worm, Part 1, Genesis, by John Peel, adapted by Jacob Licklider. Cast of characters: the Seventh Doctor, Ace, the Fourth Doctor, Ishtar slash spoilers, the Time Worm, Gilgamesh, Enkidu, Dumuzi, Aga, Nanari, Puabi, Angula, Enatum, that's it. Avram, Urshanabi, Utnapishtim, Servants Guards, Captain of Guards for both Uruk and Kish. Crew, written by John Peel, adapted by Jacob Licklider, directed by Brian Corrigan and Jacob Licklider, produced by Brian Corrigan, script editor, Brian Corrigan and Joey Morgan. Scene 1A. Prologue. Avram. People of Eridu, hear me. You who shop in the marketplace, listen. You who tend the vines by the great river, stop your work. You who guard the flocks from wolves and lions, give heed. Mighty are the deeds of Gilgamesh, king of men. Strong is the arm of Enkidu, brother to the beast. Mysterious are the paths of Ea, god of wisdom. Bright the promises of Asa, goddess of the dawn. You who would know their story, listen. When the gods make war, the earth trembles. Stars fall from their fixed abodes and rain death upon the world. Glorious and fearful Ishtar came among us, ancient and cunning. Utnapishtim made his path known to us. If we did not have Gilgamesh to watch over us, where should we be? If the arm of Enkidu was not raised in our defense, should we not fall? If the wisdom of Ea had not spoken in our ears, would we still live? If the brightness of Asa had not been granted us, how could we see? Listen then, and hear their tale, people of Eridu. You who dwell between the waters, give me ear. I am Avram, the storyteller. What I saw, I tell. Cut to the intro. Starship interior. The ship is crashing to Earth. Computer. Shields failing. Damage at 65%. Man, I think this is it for me. Ishtar. You cannot die yet. Focus on the readings. Man dies. Ishtar. Damn it. Computer. Shields dropping. Destruction of ship imminent. Escape pods ready. Ishtar. Well, seems I'm to die. May as well do it on land. Computer. Life pod primed. Ishtar. Food. I need food. 11 crew members. At least it's something. Cue some sort of sucking noise. Like the life is being drained from people and some moaning of crew members dying. Computer. Pod launching. More alarms. Ishtar. Right. Now to sit back and wait until I am in range of the planet's sensors. Wait. What? No technology. Damn you, level 1 planets. Next page. Scene 1B. Serpent in the garden. Exterior. Fields of Mesopotamia. Ishtar. Gilgamesh. Oh, fool, shut up. Damn, most strange. An idiot yelling on the hunt with no man in sight. Ah, at last, a heart crosses my path. Ishtar. Gilgamesh. Again? Ishtar. This way, O man. Gilgamesh. What god is this? Am I punished for the lowly act of spying? Damn those Kish. Am I not Gilgamesh, mightiest of the sons of men? It's spelled in the script sons, as in like star sons. Gilgamesh rustles bushes until he comes to a clearing. Gilgamesh. A pit? Has someone fallen? But how could they know that it was I passing by? Oh, pit like the dark mountain of the gods. What smoke? What a burning star? Ishtar. Gilgamesh, be not afraid. Gilgamesh. I am not afraid. No man calls Gilgamesh, king of men, afraid. Ishtar. I am sorry, but I am no man. Come forward. Gilgamesh. Well, O voice, why should I, king of men, come forward? I am king of this hill. I command you to come. Ishtar. But I cannot, O great king. As king, you have nothing to fear from a woman. Gilgamesh. Voice, you make a point. He walks forward. O voice, what strange ziggurat! What creature of shining skin, of burning flame? Ishtar. Come to me, Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh. No, for I am not some fool to do the bidding of some strange being. What are you called, and where are you from? Ishtar. I am called Ishtar. Gilgamesh. Lies, for thou art not suited for love or battle, and the gods have almost limitless power. Thou should have been able to come to me. Ishtar, my form is suited to many things, O king of men. I came down from the heavens in this, and called you here from Eridu to commune with me. Gilgamesh, I followed a heart here, not your voice. Next page. Ishtar, this deer? Cue fizzle sound effect to indicate hologram appearing. Gilgamesh, an illusion? Ishtar, yes. Hologram disappears. Come to me, and you will not be disappointed. Come to me, Gilgamesh, strong in war and love. Gilgamesh, I dare not. Ishtar, the mighty hero, is afraid of the embrace of a woman? Gilgamesh, not so. Many women have felt my embrace, but to be the paramour of a goddess is a risky thing. I have heard how Ishtar serves those she loves. They are consumed in tongues of flame, their strength taken in one embrace and left dead. It is not fear to turn you down, O Ishtar, but wisdom. Ishtar, obey me. I swear that if you do not, I shall crush you. Gilgamesh, nay, lady, if you cannot move to get me while I stand before you, then you shall not be able to get me when I am feasting. Gilgamesh walks away. Ishtar, you shall regret this. I shall come to you soon enough, and when I do, not one stone of Uruk will be left to tell the world where Gilgamesh was king. Pause. Damn this planet. That soul was stronger than anything in months. Exterior fields where the army of Gilgamesh is gathered. Captain, kneeling. Lord, is something amiss? Gilgamesh, I have had a vision of the most perplexing kind. Still, that shall not disturb us. Kish won't wait on us forever. Onward. Captain, yes, Lord. The army marches off. Next page. Scene 2. Memories are made of / past lives. TARDIS interior. The TARDIS is in flight. The Doctor and Ace have left Rain to work at Unit sometime after the story Earth Aid. Wow, Jacob, you really had to get continuity wank with that, huh? Ace. Professor, will we go back and get Rain? The Doctor, deep in thought. What was that, Ace? Oh, of course, time permitting. Suddenly, after a few button clicks, an apparition of the Fourth Doctor appears. Hello, Doctor. Oh, no. Who's that? Me. But he looks nothing like you. But Ace, because Ace, he's me from another time, another life. Somehow I triggered a temporal projection to manifest at this moment. Ace, why wasn't he saying anything? The Doctor, I put him on pause. You're always so impatient, Ace. I think I skipped a few of the names, but whatever. The Fourth Doctor, I haven't got much time. I've been in the Matrix, but I'm sure you'll remember all of that a few lifetimes ago. I've been losing information there. Beware, the time worm. Ace. Time worm? What's a time worm? The Fourth Doctor. The time worm. A future myth. Something about the end of the world. Something I'll have to deal with. A creature noted for its ability to... Leela! Quickly! The Sontarans! The Fourth Doctor vanishes from existence. Ace. What was that about? The Doctor. I have no idea. Next page. Scene 3. When You Wish Upon Ishtar. Fucking John Peel. Interior of Ishtar. The interior temple of Ishtar in Kish. The high priest Dumuzi receives a message via a servant. He begins speaking with the voice of Ishtar through both speaking at once. Okay. Servant. Mighty Dumuzi, High Priest of Ishtar, I am to tell you that the King of Uruk, Gilgamesh the Mighty, is even now on his way to spy on the inhabitants of Kish from the south. There are only 5 men. Excuse me. And 5 men, and his fighting companion Enkidu. Dumuzi. So you say... Sorry, I gotta do Brian. So you say. But why come to me with this tale? Are you not sworn to obey your king? Servant, I am the bondsman of Anatum, and it is at his bidding. Bidding, I bring this message. Dumuzi. I see. Ishtar, why should this lord wish to see his king killed? Dumuzi. Gilgamesh is a mighty warrior. The nobles of that city would dearly love him dead, but none dare confront him in person. Ishtar, you humans are such foolish creatures. I am tempted to allow Gilgamesh to come and go, but I too have a score to settle with Gilgamesh the Mighty. Dumuzi, you lady. Ishtar, yes, I offered him the peace and power that I later offered you, yet he spurned my embrace. But you, O loyal one, did not. Can we trust this man? Perhaps he means to trick us. Servant, no, Lord, I swear it. I will tell nothing but the truth. Dumuzi, you have no need to assure me. You will swear to Ishtar herself that you only bring the truth. Follow. Dumuzi and the servant go to a private area to Ishtar. Dumuzi, move on. Come and feel the touch of Ishtar herself. The servant begins to scream. Servant, my lord, I swear the truth. Ishtar, do not swear to him. Feel my touch and know my peace. The servant continues screaming until he falls to the ground, dead. Aga, the king of the city to a different god, enters. Aga. Another sacrifice! It seems that your arrival in our city has not heralded the benevolent reign of the gods. Ishtar. Have a care with that tongue of yours, Aga. I bear a lot of abuse from you, as it suits me to be the king of this wretched city. I have it on good authority that Gilgamesh will be to the south of the town. Instruct your men to take him alive. Next page. Aga. That will not be simple. Ishtar. I want it done. He has a debt to pay, one that I shall take pleasure in extracting from him inch by inch. But why did you come here aside from another of your complaints? Aga. We need more copper if we are to continue the lining of the walls with the pattern you laid out. Dumuzi. I shall see the temple vaults are opened for your artisans. Ishtar. The artistic nature of my work demands a good deal of copper. Aga. I do not believe you have a single ounce of love within you for any kind of art. The patterns are for some other purpose, are they not? Ishtar. Yes, indeed. There is much more to my plan than art appreciation, O king. Aga. What? Ishtar. That you will discover when I choose to tell you. Simply ensure that my wishes are translated into stone and metal. Now go. I have much thinking to do. Scene 4. Past Lives, Part 2. TARDIS interior. Ace. Don't know, but the you from the past knew. The Doctor. It's not that simple, Ace. I was once linked to the Matrix, but I must have come across a bit of useful information that I had to warn my future self of. I just wish I remembered enough to make it worthwhile. Suddenly, the cloister bell begins ringing. Ace. What's that noise? The Doctor. A warning of imminent death and destruction. He checks some readings. Now, that makes no sense. Ace. What? The Doctor. The TARDIS seems to be perfectly alright. Could it be the time worm? No, that's impossible. The Doctor and Ace fall to the floor. The TARDIS stabilizes. The Doctor. I'm guessing the TARDIS has changed our flight path to where the whole course of history is about to be changed. Ace. How drastically? Next page. The Doctor. Drastically as in boom. No more history. Scene 5. Ambush. Exterior. Outside Kish. Gilgamesh and Enkidu are spying on their enemies. Enkidu is essentially a Neanderthal with extreme intelligence and reason in comparison to the rather brash and idiotic Gilgamesh. Enkidu. Enkidu. I have a very bad feeling about this. Gilgamesh. Stop grumbling. We'll never get our work done if you keep complaining. Enkidu. It's far too quiet for my liking. Almost as if our enemies are expecting us. Gilgamesh. I cannot get any musicians or storytellers to accompany us on a dangerous spying raid. Come on. Enkidu. Look, we must be within Kish territory by now, but we haven't seen anyone. No guards, no patrols, not even a slave. Gilgamesh. They finished early. It will be sunset in a couple of hours, and there are still lions in this area, and I do not wish to be sidetracked from this mission. Gilgamesh and Enkidu sneak further towards the city. The party comes to a spring. Gilgamesh. A spring! Enkidu. And welcome. I'm parched. Next page. The two stop to drink before being surrounded by soldiers from Kish. Kish soldier. Do not move, Araxkam. Enkidu. I told you I had a bad feeling about this. The scene changes to interior TARDIS. The Doctor and Ace continue from where their last scene left off. The Doctor. Now we know the time worm is somewhere in Earth's past, so Ace, you will have to be a barometer of sorts for us. Ace. What do you mean by that, Professor? The Doctor.
You're from Earth's future, and if our business with Fenric has not changed history too much, we will know if we've made a mistake if you vanish from reality. And don't call me Professor. Ace, you're giving me the shivers. The Doctor, I'm giving myself the shivers. The TARDIS seems to be coming into land. According to this, we are in 2700 BC, Mesopotamia. Ace, is that important? The Doctor, crucial for human development, full of several fixed points in time, a time where the first systems of writing and agriculture were being developed. People were hunters and warriors, and if this changes, the human race may lose what little intelligence they developed by this point. Ace, is that what we're here to prevent? The Doctor, I doubt it. I feel we may have to stop the extinction of the entire human race. Ace, great. Scene cuts to exterior spring outside Kish. The captain of the Kish ambush is ordering his men after some fighting. Captain, Gilgamesh is to be taken alive, but the ape can be killed. Enkidu, in a fit of rage. Ape? Come here and repeat that. Gilgamesh, laughing. You're too touchy. More fighting. Gilgamesh and Enkidu begin to be overpowered. Gilgamesh, Lugal Bond, I implore thee intervention. The TARDIS begins to materialize. This allows Enkidu to get the upper hand. Gilgamesh is also in the frenzy, both killing many of the soldiers. The TARDIS door opens, and Ace steps out. Seeing the fight, takes out a can of Nitro 9. Next page. Ace. Oh, I pick on an army of round saws. To self. Damn Nitro 9, stock running low. Oh yeah, we cut that line from the final thing. Ace throws the cannon into the air. It explodes. Captain, retreat! The sky is breaking! The ambush retreats while Gilgamesh and Enkidu begin to prostrate themselves before Ace. Gilgamesh, O Asa, goddess of the dawn, I thank thee for intervention. Ace, what? My name's Ace, not Asa. The Doctor, and I'm the Doctor. I do hope we've not dropped in at an inconvenient time. Enkidu, where did you come from? Gilgamesh, you fool, these are gods. I prayed for our battle, and Asa came to our aid. The weird one must be Shamash, though he hardly looks the part of a warrior. The Doctor, I am no warrior. I'm a student, a scholar, and a man of learning. I believe you know me as Ea. Ace, whisper, what are you on about? She is nudged. Oh. Gilgamesh, god of wisdom and goddess of the dawn, light and knowledge, just what I needed. The Doctor, well, if you told us a little bit about your mission, we might be able to help. Gilgamesh grabs the Doctor in a brotherly manner. Gilgamesh, laughing, my companion in arms Enkidu and I were just off into Kish to check out the state of things. There have been stories of disturbing and strange happenings there of late. Ace, strange happenings? The Doctor, yes, we happen to be experts in the realm of strange happenings. Maybe Asa and I could pop into Kish with you for a little look, eh? Enkidu, we shall of course be checking on the Under Temple Great Ea for your honor. Gilgamesh, there are temples in Kish, though I must admit that I'm not certain where your temple is. The Doctor, oh, that won't be necessary. Just show us anything out of the ordinary. I didn't put an R roll on that in the final thing. Though I have a sneaking suspicion we may be finding some answers once inside one of the temples in Kish. I gotta take a drink. My throat's hurting. I'm only 20 pages in. Next page. Ace. What was that, Professor? The Doctor. Gods are of the highest order. Scene 6. Spying tonight. Kish, Aga's palace interior. Princess Ninari, King Aga's favorite daughter of age 14, an age where she should be married off normally, meets with her distraught father. Ninari. You've been to see her again, haven't you, father? Aga. Is it that obvious? Why must you read me so well? This voice is going to kill me by the end of this. Ninari. Father, it is always obvious. You are so tense. I imagine that to be visited by a god would be a blessing, but for you it seems to be a curse. Aga. Mortals must endure whatever the gods give us. Ninari. Father, this is not endurance, it is suffering. It is not only you. I used to enjoy visiting the Temple of Ishtar, but it has become a field of unburied corpses. Aga. Ninari, please. It is not wise to talk about the gods in such a crude manner. Ninari. I am not afraid of Ishtar. Aga. Daughter, you are young and foolish. Fear would be wise. She can kill or... There are worse things than death. The gods know them all. Stay away from that woman's temple, and do not criticize her divinity. Next page. Comment challenge. How many times do I
seem like I'm going to lose my voice. Ninari.
You speak as if you are to be betrayed. None here would willingly do so, father.
Aga. The gods have a way to possess a mortal and make them unknown spies. Well, Ishtar is with us, and if we follow her wishes, we will have security and peace.
Ninari, outraged. You call this peace? It is not right for you or any subject shall live in this sphere. I shall take a spear and kill the so-called goddess or die trying.
Oh my god. Aga. You will not, or shall I have you arrested for treason?
Ninari. Of course not, father. Forgive me, please.
Aga. Of course, but you are not to go into the temple of Ishtar for any reason.
Ninari. Of course, father. But if she should send for me?
Aga. No, not even then. I am tired and hungry. Leave me.
Ninari. Yes, father.
Ninari leaves her father, and we follow her into the hallway where her maid, Puabi, is waiting. Puabi should be a version of the stock upper-class female with sass, though still a lower-class servant.
Ninari. Puabi?
Puabi. Yes, mistress.
Ninari. Do you know of any of the sacred harpies?
Puabi, surprised.
Ishtar's harpies? One or two, though not well. One of my nieces works in the temple. Bright girl, Ngula is her name. And I hear she's just the girl to talk to about those other matters that you're not yet interested in, from all accounts among other things.
Ninari.
I would like to see her today.
Puabi.
Yes, I shall arrange it. She is good with knowing when and what to open and close.
Ninari. That is not why I would wish to see her. Puabi. I don't know what the world's coming to today. When I was in my prime, you could tell by looking. Ninari.
Ah.
Cut to the doctor, Ace, Gilgamesh, and Enkidu at the spring outside of Kish. The doctor is explaining his plan to sneak into Kish. Next page.
The doctor. We shall use these cloaks. Gilgamesh.
What is that?
The doctor. This? It's a disguise.
Gilgamesh. Oh, what?
A disguise! Oh, the doctor. A disguise. They're all the rage this year. Wear this and we will be able to get into Kish under the pretense of merchants.
Gilgamesh, enraged. I will not hide myself behind the rags of a peasant tradesman. The king of Uruk does not play charades. Ace under her breath. Yes, of course.
The doctor. These gods were waiting for you, Gilgamesh. It is obvious they are expecting you in the city.
Gilgamesh. Let them. I could use the exercise. Enkidu. Listen to Ea. The god of wisdom clearly has a plan. You know what will happen when we arrive at the city gates? The guards will take one look. I love this line. Take one look and say, "Who could this be? Such mighty muscles, such a fighting stance. This must be Gilgamesh, king of men." Gilgamesh. There is truth in what you say, but to wear these rags, Enkidu, it offends my dignity.
Ace. Sire, all good spies wear disguises. It's a mark of their cunning and skill. James Bond, John Steed, Mickey Mouse, they're all doing it.
Gilgamesh. If the great god Shamash does so, I will also wear this disguise.
Ace. Great. I bet you look better than Mickey Mouse. The doctor. Time to be off. Remember to let me do the talking.
Ace. It'll be impossible to stop you. The party begins to walk off. Enkidu. I'm sorry if my appearance offends you, Lady Asa.
Ace. It doesn't worry me. I was just thinking of a mate of mine you remind me of.
Enkidu, excited at the prospect of sex with Ace. You took one of my kind as a lover once in the past. I can't even say that. Ace.
No, I mean mate as a friend. It's sort of an affectionate term.
Enkidu, disappointed. Next page. Pardon my ignorance of the heavenly languages, but I'm so used to being seen as repulsive.
Ace. Compared to some people I've met, you're positively gorgeous. Though Gilgamesh is a raw pain in the ass. How do you put up with him?
Enkidu. He is my master, and I am bound by honor to do whatever he wishes. He is a trifle overbearing at times, but he is a good king. He makes Uruk strong, even if he's a little rough.
The doctor. When you've quite finished
God damn it.
When you've quite finished socializing, Asa, take a look at those. Could be a problem getting in.
Ace.
Why are there...
God damn it.
Why are there copper strips all over the place?
The doctor.
It's not the copper strips, it's the fact that they are non-corrosive copper strips.
Ace. This could be what we're looking for.
Scene 7. Talking Union. Interior, Ishtar's temple. The aftermath of the failed ambush of Gilgamesh and Enkidu. Ishtar. Escaped? Escaped? Captain, we almost had Gilgamesh, but something happened. Ishtar, what happened is that you were incompetent fools and you failed me. Captain, no, there was some kind of divine intervention that saved him. Ishtar, then you had better pray for some divine intervention of your own. Captain, I swear it! Mercy! The captain begins to have his mind melted/killed by Ishtar. Ishtar, my priest, he was a poor choice for the mission. Perhaps Aga deliberately chose him, knowing that he would fail and thus anger me? Dumuzi, I doubt it. Would he risk angering you with your threat against his daughter so fresh in his mind? I almost lost the Dumuzi voice for a bit. Ishtar, true, but then why was Gilgamesh not captured? Next page. Oh god, there's a monologue on the next page. Dumuzi, you do not believe that there may have been some deity that intervened on his behalf? Ishtar, superstitious nonsense. You and I both know better than to believe in gods, don't we? There is a pause. Ishtar, you think that another like myself might be here, Dumuzi? I see in the dim closets of your mind that you pray that someone might come to free you from me. How delightful. Despite my restraints, there is still a portion of your brain where you possess a touch of individuality. Well, when it suits me, I shall seek it out and devour it. It pleases me to enlighten you, my priest. I am not a goddess. I was once as human as you, but then I discovered the potential of cybernetics, and now I am no longer prey to the ills and sorrows of the flesh, nor am I limited by the shackles of one form or one mind. I was born in a world that lies half a universe from this tiny planet, and I became its queen, its goddess, and there were some that refused my touch, and I had to flee. I am not one to leave enemies in my wake. When I fled, I left behind a lifeless hunk? It's supposed to be husk, isn't it? Husk of a world. If you wish to pray, Dumuzi, then pray that nothing angers me. If it does, I shall destroy the human race, and then the miserable planet you call home. Dun dun dun. Cut to Nanari's room. There's a knocking at the door. Nanari, come. Puabi enters with her niece, Ngula. My niece. Ngula, with a bow. My princess. Nanari, rise. Pause. Are you not curious as to why I wanted to speak with you? Ngula, your maidservant seemed to think that you were interested in my knowledge, Highness. Nanari, sarcastically. My maidservant had better mind her own business, then. And while she's about it, she can fetch us a little wine while she's at it. Oh, that's really redundant, isn't it, that sentence? Puabi leaves. Nanari circles Ngula to examine her. Nanari, sincerely. How old are you, child? Ngula, 13. Nanari, and how long have you been in the service of Ishtar? Ngula, since I was 7, but I became one of the priestesses only a year ago. Until then, I helped to clean and take care of the other priestesses. Nanari, you must have seen a lot of life. Ngula, I should think that you see as much as I, princess. Oh, next page. It's a bit too early in this script for my throat hurting as much as it is. Nanari, you do not like your life? Ngula, I am an orphan and have been given a good home. Nanari, but? Suddenly, Puabi enters with the wine. Puabi, your wine. Nanari, thank you, Puabi. That is all. Puabi, what? Am I to fetch my niece and not learn why? Nanari, yes, now go. If you know your aunt, then you know of her astounding capacity for carrying gossip. I would like none of that to be about me. Now, I have brought you here to see if you can tell me what you know about Ishtar. Ngula, you require religious instruction? My lady, I do not think that it would be fitting for you to serve in the beds of the temple. Nanari, I am not interested in becoming one of Ishtar's priestesses. I want to know about the goddess herself. I know what my father has told me, that the goddess has granted us a visit. I do not understand why the thought should terrify him so. I want to know why. Can you help me? Nanari, Ngula, hesitantly. My lady, this may cause offense, but may I ask a favor of you? Nanari, speak. Ngula, may I touch your skin for a moment? Nanari, if you must. Ngula does so by touching her forehead. Ngula, I am sorry, my lady. I had to be certain that you had not been touched. When the goddess came among us, she was weak. Dumuzi told us that she had been on a long journey to the underworld and needed rest and needed to be alone. We carried on, but suddenly some of the older priestesses vanished and a few of the others changed. If anyone spoke in those changed women's presence, they would also vanish.
Finally, curiosity got the better of me. It's a curse I suffer from. Nennari, the both of us. Ngula. One evening I heard noises from behind the altar, and I went to see what the noise was. I wish I hadn't. The goddess was there, but seemed to be dead. She stood in a sarcophagus, head covered by some metal hood. Suddenly she opened her eyes and walked away. Nennari. It sounds terrifying. Next page. Ngula. It was only just the beginning. She was with me on the balcony. I couldn't see her, but I felt her, hunting me. Nennari. What happened? Ngula. Dumuzi and one of the guards entered the room and brought 2 priestesses to receive the touch of Ishtar. Ishtar did not cover herself, and she then began to change. Nennari. Change? How? Ngula. I think the gods look like us because we would shun them if they didn't. Ishtar is not like us. She's a living statue with the body of a serpent. She slithered towards the priestesses, and when I saw them the next day they were different. I am sorry, my lady, but it was terrible to see. Nennari. It is almost as terrible to hear about, Ngula. Now you do not have to keep it all to yourself. Let us be friends. Ngula. As you wish, princess. Nennari. Good. Now I wish to destroy the goddess before she destroys us all. Ngula. Lady, it is not possible. Nennari. It must be. We must find a way. Ngula. I will do all that I can. Nennari. Excellently spoken. Cut to exterior, Kish Marketplace. Ace. Enkidu, I thought Kish would not be this. I thought Kish would not be this prosperous. Enkidu. Kish and Uruk have been the biggest. Oh my god, my throat hurts so much. Kish and Uruk have been the biggest 2 powers for as long as can be recalled. Gilgamesh may think that Kish's day is done, but the king of Kish, Aga, is not a fool, and he has built wealth. Ace, I gather you don't agree? Enkidu. Who am I to agree or not? I have no real voice in council, and I'm only allowed to hang around because Gilgamesh likes me. None of the nobles will listen to my ideas. Ace. I would, trust me. Enkidu. Of course I trust you. You are the goddess Asa. The doctor. Right. This gentleman has allowed us 1 room. Now, you 3 stay here and talk to the locals while I take a peek at the local temple. Ace. Professor, don't do this. Not with him. Next page. The doctor. Ace, I wouldn't, but Gilgamesh is vital. I really need you to stick with him and make certain he is safe. Just making sure I have that. He's destined to do a great deal in his lifetime. Just keep the drinks flowing and your ears open. Ace, this is going to be a long evening. Scene 8. Band on the run. Interior, Temple of Ishtar. Ngula is sneaking around for anything suspicious after her meeting with Nennari. It is nighttime. The doctor arrives to investigate. Ngula screams. The doctor. Good evening. I do hope I've not called at an inconvenient hour. Ngula. I'm sorry, you startled me. The doctor. I'm so sorry. Take a deep breath and let it out slowly. It will help. Ngula breathes and calms down. Ngula. Please, tell me what I may do to help you. The doctor. Actually, I just popped in on the off chance the goddess might be in. Or if she's busy, I'd be happy to talk to the high priestess or priest. Ngula. Oh, you wish to see the goddess? The doctor. If I've come at an inconvenient time, I could call back. Or should I make an appointment? Ngula. I do not really know. It's not always safe to speak with her. Next page. The doctor. You mean that I might be able to talk to her? Ngula. If you are sure that this is what you really want. The doctor. I'm not sure of anything. Usually when I call on deities, they aren't home or I'm fobbed off with the high priest. Ngula. You may be able to speak with Ishtar, stranger. The doctor. Splendid. Splendid. Dumuzi comes out of the shadows and Ngula gasps. Dumuzi. Is there a problem? The priestesses are not usually required to perform their functions this late in the day. The doctor. I just dropped off for a chat with the goddess. Dumuzi. Indeed. And why do you wish to see Ishtar? The doctor. Because there's something wrong in this city. It's mostly a whiff I get. Evil. Pure evil. And this city is filled with it. Dumuzi. And what exactly do you propose to do? I kind of led the doctor into that. Wow, okay. The doctor. Isolate it and destroy it. I like things to be tidied up and smelling pretty like this young lady. I despise that line. Dumuzi.
You may go now, Ngula. I will conduct the stranger to the goddess myself. Ngula. As you command, my lord. I hope you find what you seek, stranger. The doctor. So do I. Interior, Kish Inn. Gilgamesh is drunk and being loud. There are other patrons. Ace is fed up with it. Gilgamesh.
Have I ever told you, Enkidu, that the goddess Ishtar herself tried to entice me into her bed just a few weeks ago? Despite her pleas, I turned her down. Not that it wouldn't be good enough, but you know what happens to mortals who sleep with gods.
Ace. No, I don't, and neither do you if you're truthful.
Gilgamesh. Truthful? I am always truthful. Ishtar herself tried to seduce me.
A patron laughs at Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh. Do you have a problem or were you dropped on your face at birth?
Patron. Oh.
Friend. Oh, I gotta do Jacob here.
Patron.
Friend, I have heard that when Ishtar wants a man, she takes him. She does enough of it at the temple. Gilgamesh. It won't be Ishtar who takes you.
Part 1 ends here, while part 2 begins at the first red line. Oh, that's how we set up the script. Sorry. Okay. I'm gonna do a separate recording because when my throat is feeling better. But it's all gonna be one video, so I'm gonna reread the reprise when I do the second recording. Oh my god, I've already spent over half an hour on this. God damn
it. Part 2. Gilgamesh. Do you have a problem or were you dropped on that face at birth? Patron. Friend, I've heard that when Ishtar wants a man, she takes him. She has enough of it at the temple. Gilgamesh. It won't be Ishtar who takes you.
Part 1 ends here, while part 2 begins at the first red line, which I already accomplished. The next page. Enkidu.
Don't start anything, please.
Gilgamesh. All right. Patron. Listen, keep an eye on your friend here. Not everyone in this town is as tolerant as me. Ace. I appreciate it. Thanks for the advice. Patron. Where are you from, anyway? I've never seen skin that fair before. Ace. I'm a traveler. Patron.
You're not a merchant, so what are you doing here?
Ace. We're entertainers. Patron. Oh, and what does he do? Patron 2. I can't remember what voices we did for these. I'll just read it. Oh, but he's a fire eater. Gilgamesh. I do magic. I cut men in half. Patron 3. And put them back together again. Gilgamesh. Only if I like them. Ace. And I'm a storyteller. Patron. Really? How about a story then? Ace. Oh, God. Okay. I've got one for you. A long time ago, in a far-off world, there lived two species, the Khalids and the Thals. The Khalids and the Thals were always at war. Why? Because their races were just too different in the eyes of the Khalids. Eventually, when it seemed like the war was coming to an end which would see the Khalids defeated, a scientist, the god of this distant world, Davros, goddammit, created a new race that would end up wiping out both the Thals and the Khalids. This new race was known as the Daleks. Something Davros didn't foresee, however, was that the Daleks would continue after destroying their predecessors. He didn't realize they'd kept going, keep killing until nothing else in the whole world of existence, would be left except for themselves. Silence, followed by applause. Patron. Girl, that was uncommonly well done. Let us know when you'll be performing again, and we'll be along to see you. Avram. Lady, might I speak with you? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Avram, the storyteller. Ace. Ice, nice to meet you. Avram. Likewise. The next page. Avram, likewise. I was wondering if you might be willing to take me on with your party. Kish is not a very good place for a storyteller at this time. Ace. What's wrong with this place? Avram. People are not happy because the goddess Ishtar dwells among them. Ace. I'd have thought that was a bonus. Doesn't she ensure good harvest? Avram. Hardly. She sits in her temple, devouring her worshippers. Ace. Here in the city. Gilgamesh. Did I not say so? Ace. But is it true? And if you lie, I shall rip out your tongue and feed it to my pet donkey. Avram. Many bodies have been found with their heads broken and their brains missing. Gilgamesh, yelling. Your pet donkey? Girl, I will take no more of your impertinence. Ace. Listen, you daft piss artist. I've had it up to here with your high and mightiness. Avram, let's get out of here, and I want you to take me to the temple.
Next page. Scene 9. Nitro 9, Goddess Nil. Ha ha ha. What was John Peel in the chapter names being puns? I don't get that. The interior, the Temple of Ishtar. The Doctor and Dumuzi are going towards Ishtar's temple chambers. The Doctor.
Yes, I can see this is a busy place. I'm surprised the goddess has the time to see me. She will be seeing me me personally, I take it.
Gilgamesh. Or not Gilgamesh. What the hell? Dumuzi. That's a different name entirely. Yes, she will have union with you. The Doctor.
Oh, well, I'm all in favour of unions. Trade unions, postal unions.
Dumuzi. This way.
The Doctor. Interesting designs on the walls. Far too advanced. It's not every temple that's visited by the goddess it serves, is it? How come you're so blessed?
Wow, my voice is really off with this recording.
Dumuzi. The goddess has her own reasons. She awaits you.
The Doctor.
Does she really? How does she know I'm here? I've not seen him. I've not sent him my card yet, and I didn't use the telephone. I've been insulted by better men than you. Take that back or put up your fists.
Damn it. Wow, that was horrible. Dumuzi, not reacting. This way.
The Doctor. Certainly. Odd smell. Oddly clean. Hello, ladies. I believe I am expected. Not so tight on the jacket. It was dry cleaned and pressed last century.
Dumuzi.
The goddess will be pleased to devour the mind of this one.
Angula has been following them.
Angula. What am I to do?
Exterior, Temple of Ishtar. Ace and Avram have arrived. Avram. Stay, you will not be welcomed within. Ace. Dead right, but I'm going in. I'm certain that that's where the Doctor must have gone. Avram. Right. I'll make certain that there are no people to see you when you slip in, and I'll play the drunkard coming for late night pleasure. It is the time of evening meal. We should be able to get in. Ace. Lead on, pilgrim. Avram opens the door to the temple, and they go on, but stop when they hear footsteps. Ace. Shh, I think I hear something. Next page. The footsteps of Angula get closer, and Ace grabs her. Ace. Keep your voice down, or I'll break your neck. Understood? Understand? Why would I say understood? How come you're not at dinner with the other girls? Avram. We'd best get out of here before there's... Wait. Oh. God. We'd best get out of here. Where there's one, there's 100. Angula. No, there's just me here. Dumuzi has 2 priestesses watching the stranger, but... Ace. Funny little bloke with a hat and umbrella. Angula. I do not know these words, but he wears strange clothes. Ace. The Doctor's in there. Angula. Is he a friend of yours? Yes. Ace. Yes, I'm here to warn him about this place. Angula. Then you are too late. The High Priestess drugged your friend and prepared him for union with Ishtar. Ace. Right, I'm going in there to get the Doctor out. Are you two with me? Avram. I'm not a soldier, but I will come. Angula. I will help you as well. Ace, Avram, and Angula head down until they reach the chamber where the Doctor is being held. Ace. Right, you grab him and head for the exit. I'll cover our retreat with this. But you cover your ears. It's very loud. I think he's waking up. You'll be all right, Professor. The Doctor. No, I must stay behind you. Take those 2 and run. Dumuzi. Intruders! Well, don't just stand there, you fools. Get them! Guard. Yes, High Priest. Ace. I don't think so. Ace throws a cannon right to her 9 she's been carrying. Dumuzi moans from the pain. Ace. Come on, Doctor! The Doctor, enraged. Ace! I'm not going to do a full yell. Exterior, Temple of Ishtar. The Doctor. Now you've done it, Ace! Ruined my plan! Next page. Interior, Temple of Ishtar. Ishtar. Fool! The drug did not affect the stranger, and look what has happened to my temple. Dumuzi. You were in my mind when the stranger was drugged. Ishtar. And one of your priestesses helped the intruder to escape. Dumuzi. She is called Angula, goddess. Ishtar. Is she gone from the temple? She cannot flee from my vengeance. Dumuzi. When they are found, they will die. Ishtar. Good. Has Gilgamesh been found in the city? Dumuzi. I have not heard. Ishtar, I am surrounded by incompetence. Interior Kish Inn. Enkidu is angry and that Ace stormed off. Gilgamesh couldn't care less. Enkidu, friend, you must stop drinking, or you will get us found. Gilgamesh, what? Who's that? Gilgamesh is bumped by a patron. Patron, sorry, friend, but I think you should get bumped a lot. Gilgamesh, what? You think you can punch a king and then joke about it? Patron, hey, it was an accident. Enkidu, Lord, let him go. He's not worth the effort. Patron, look at that fur. He looks like the monkey man pet of Gilgamesh. The patrons jeer. Enkidu, I believe we've outstayed our welcome. Gilgamesh, drawing his axe. Right, who wants to die? The beer here is lousy, and we demand our money back. A bar fight breaks out with 12 people passing out. Why does it have to be 12? Nobody's gonna know that. It's audio. A new group of Ishtar's warriors arrive. Warrior, Gilgamesh, did I not promise that I should have my revenge? Oh, king, do you forget me so soon? Gilgamesh, Ishtar, finally some revenge. Next page. More fighting before they finally all die. God damn it. Enkidu, I hear more soldiers approaching. The squad must have signaled for aid. Gilgamesh, they are beyond aid. Look at these footprints leading out of the city. I think we now know where Asa went. Enkidu, shall we follow her? Gilgamesh, I'm with you there. They run off towards the temple. Scene 10, Ace in the hole. God damn it, John Peel. Exterior night. Spring outside of Kish. The Doctor, Ace, Angula, and Avram are camping by the TARDIS. Ace, how was I supposed to know you had a respiratory bypass system? The Doctor, you weren't, and I understand, but we were so close, Ace. Ace, I understand, Professor, but what are we to do now? And who are they? Gilgamesh and Enkidu have made up with the party. Gilgamesh, hail Ea, hail Asa. The Doctor, Gilgamesh, Enkidu, good. We can come up with a plan in the morning. Enkidu, we may not be allowed back into Kish. Gilgamesh, there was much merriment. Ace, merriment? You got drunk. Gilgamesh, yes, merriment, until those didn't believe I was to be tricked by Ishtar. The Doctor, you were tricked by Ishtar? When was this? Next page. Gilgamesh, a few weeks ago, I met her on the hills. A fast-talking, sly-thinking harpy. She tried to trick me. The Doctor, do you think you could show us where it all happened, on our way back to Uruk? Gilgamesh, if you feel it's important. The Doctor, it is. Gilgamesh, on the morrow, then. I need my sleep. The Doctor, good idea. Let's all get some shut-eye. Cut to the next morning in the clearing where Ishtar landed. The Doctor, and you saw her in this crater? Gilgamesh, yes. Now why wouldn't Ishtar send guards after us? The Doctor, she cannot trust uncontrolled guards to get at you after what happened yesterday. Ace, so you think we're safe? The Doctor, whatever gave you that idea, Asa? Ace, that's encouraging. The Doctor, don't be so... Aha! Ace, shine a torch over here. Ace shines a flashlight. Gilgamesh, light from your hands. I know you are Asa now. Ace, oh, Professor, what is that? The Doctor, it's part of a heat shield. Escape capsule. Ishtar must have been in serious trouble. Ship broke up around her. There's scarring from burning on re-entry. Gilgamesh, Ea, this is her ziggurat. You are certain she is not in it? The Doctor, she is in Kish, but I'd be surprised if she hadn't left us a little present. Just as I thought. Ace, what is it, Professor? The Doctor, tripwire connected to a thermite bomb. Something of your expertise. Ace, any idea what it is? The Doctor, none at all. Inscribed in a language I've never seen, and the picture's no help. Next page. Avram, I've seen it before. I picked this up in the mountains of Mashu, from the Scorpion Men. Ace, Scorpion Men? Avram, yes, Scorpion Men. The Doctor, come on, I think it's time we return to Uruk. We've got plans to make. Scene 11, Party Piece.
Exterior, Uruk, Gilgamesh's palace, daytime. The doctor, Ace, Gilgamesh, Enkidu, Angula, and Avram have arrived. Ace has a few questions about the architecture. Ace, no windows on the buildings? Avram, for privacy. Each house is built about a central open courtyard. It would be unseemly for a family to allow themselves to be overlooked by the most casual passerby, would it not? Ace, you have a point. Here comes trouble. A party of nobles, including Enetum, an advisor to Gilgamesh, approaches. Enetum is almost a board advisor and is a traitor. Enetum, hail Gilgamesh! Gilgamesh, get up, Enetum. I think he said Enatum when he said the line. Get up, Enatum. I trust all has been well since I left. Enetum, Lord, the city prospers and all rejoice that you have returned safely. A feast is being prepared. Gilgamesh, good. Forward. The party moves forward. Ace has a chance to talk to Enetum. Ace, oh, who rattled your cage? Don't think the king would make it. Enetum doesn't respond. Next page. A cliffhanger. Ace, hit it in one. Relax. If he's too thick, if he's too thick to notice what's going on, I won't tell. Gilgamesh, right. First, I'm taking a bath in oils. Then I want a feast. After that, and I will talk with my council and lay our plans. Enetum, see to it that our guests have one of our royal suites. They'll need to refresh themselves before the feast, too, and get some clean clothes. Well, what's everyone waiting for? Get to it! Typo. We put a question mark after get to it. Oh, typos. All right, anyway. Gilgamesh claps his hands, and we cut to the party. Have some music here before we get some dialogue with the doctor and Ace. Ace, God, this meat is horrible. The doctor, stick to the fruits and be careful about the beer. Ace, couldn't they have discovered tea? The doctor, slip this in. Ace, thank God for small mercies. Gilgamesh claps. The music stops, bringing everyone to attention. Gilgamesh, friends, Enkidu and I have returned from a rare adventure. Risking our lives, we went on a spying expedition into Kish. Applause. Ace shouting over the applause. Toadies! Gilgamesh. We learned much there, and we were joined in our adventure by two of the gods themselves. Ea, god of wisdom. Applause. And Asa, goddess of the dawn. Applause. And we also have met a new storyteller. Since he's accepted our hospitality tonight, I think it's about time he paid for his food, eh? Applause. Avram. My lord king, lords, ladies, I am indeed honored to be allowed into such distinguished and noble company. I am eager to perform for your entertainment. Is there any story that you might like to hear? The doctor. Yes, I'd like to hear the one about Utnapishtim. Ace, to the doctor. Utnapishtim? The doctor, to Ace. I don't know who else he would be talking to. The Scorpion Men. Gilgamesh. A new story. Well, if you like. Storyteller, at your discretion. Next page, we now start scene 12, Avram's Tale. Continuation from scene 11. Interior Gilgamesh's palace, night of the feast. The scene opens with Avram telling his story. My God, I am horrified of all this dialogue. Avram. Oh my God, I can't remember how to pronounce any of these gods' names. Oh God. Alright, whatever. The guy who did it, he did a really good job when he read it. Alright, anyway. Praise to Shulpe, god of feasting. He has given us food to delight us. Praise to Ashnan, god of the barley. With his aid, we quench our thirsts. Praise to Gilgamesh, king of men. By his protection, we are safe and warm and fed. Listen, in the east by the waters of ocean, there stand great mountains of jagged and strong. They challenge the realm of Anu, father of gods. Men call them the mountains of Mashu, gateway to the day. In the rocks, the ibis frolics. In the peaks, the Atubi birds sing. In the pathways, I actually remember this. In the pathways, the Zukuquip stand. They are tall, like men, tall as the sons of men, and strong they are. In one hand, they can crush a boulder, yes, even a stone the size of a man. Their skins are not the skins of men, nor like the fruit of the beasts. In the place of hair, they are clothed in metal. In the light of Shamash, they glow, and when the sun falls upon them, bright is their appearance. They stand at the gateway to the gods, and they neither slumber nor sleep. Ever watchful, they wait, and waiting they serve. Strong is the arm of the Zukoquip, but stronger yet is his sting, like the arrows of Adad, whose storms swept the land, the arrows that fly and bring fire to the land. So are the strings of the Zukoquip, the waters by the way. Like the arrows of Adad, they fly and burn. Like the arrows of Adad, they cut and kill. Who can withstand these stings? Can mortal men? Can a man crush a rock till like sand it falls? Can a man call out and cause Adad to rise? Can a man stay without sleeping 7 times 7 days? Who can withstand the strength of these watchers? That is 1 page down of 3. That is for the monologue, of course. And what do they guard, these Zukoquip? What secrets so great could they keep from our eyes? Listen, beyond these mountains lies the garden of the gods. In those fields the firstborn sons of the immortals dwell, even the kin of Utnapishtim. Who is this Utnapishtim? But who but the savior of his people? In a far land they dwelled, in peace and comfort. None there worked, save so they wished. None there toiled, nor dug, nor spun. In their place their servants worked. For their praise their maids toiled. All the sons of Mashu were blessed. All of their lives were gentle and long. Then came among them Ishtar the great, Ishtar the beautiful, Ishtar the proud. Quote, shall men forever sit idle? Quote, end quote, she asked. Quote, shall their lot be ease? Shall their lot be ease? What the hell? No, end quote. Instead, she enchained them and made them toil. They who had known rest now only knew work. They who had led their gentle lives now sweated to give Ishtar praise. They labored. Then Utnapishtim, strong and wise, I'm going to just read through this really fast. Strong and wise saw what had befallen. He wept and cried and tore at his hair in despair. Quote, how far are you fallen, children of the dawn? How hard is it for you? And kind father, he made vow. Quote, wait, there's another quote within quote. What the hell? Soon you shall be free, setting his powers to work. Utnapishtim, wise and cunning, loosened bolts of thunder and arrows of Adad. Storms raged, winds rose, waters grew, the very earth shook. Then Ishtar, seeing this, grew angry and afraid. If you do this, she cried, then men will die, man will perish, never to live again. Be still. But Utnapishtim would not. Again he loosed his bolts. Again the arrows flew, and again the earth shook, and the waters grew stronger. And seeing this, the wise Utnapishtim took his men, craftsmen, and artisans, and dreamers, and planners. All he took, and came to them, and said, next page. And said, the waters rise, and we shall perish. The earth shake, and we shall be devoured. Make for me a boat, and 100 cubits long, 100 cubits high, 100 cubits round, and in it place their floors, and rooms, and doors, and torches, and in the roof a single door, that I alone will close. And the craftsmen, and artisans, and dreamers, and planners came to him and said, all you have asked of us is done, Lord, and speak on. And Utnapishtim, Lord of men, spoke, of all the animals, take you 2 of each kind, and place them in my ark, and of all the birds likewise 2, and place them within, and place those within also. And of the sons of men gather up all who live, and place them with the birds and beasts. And when all of this is done, there will be peace. So the artisans and craftsmen, dreamers and planners, and all did as he directed. And when the ark was full, they came to Utnapishtim and told him. So Utnapishtim rose and sealed his ark. Then the waters rose and covered the lands. The earth shook and swallowed the waters. The day was gone. The night dwelled on the face of all that existed. For 6 long months there was no day. Within the ark was peace, but outside dwelled only chaos on all the face of creation. And when the months were past, then came the ark to rest, and the mountains of Mashu had found their ground again. And Utnapishtim rose and opened up the boat, and there was Shamash, Shamash the golden, Shamash the glorious, Shamash the shining eye from on high. And so were all the kin of Utnapishtim, the wise saved from death and the fury of Ishtar, and to this day within the mountains there they live. Following the story. Applause. The Doctor. How do you like the story, Ace? Ace. Sounds like something out of the Bible to me. The flood legend. The Doctor. A common theme given to the nature of land. Any sort of flood would be a catastrophe. What about the rest of it? Ace. What, Scorpion men? 6 months of darkness? You don't take it seriously. The Doctor. I take everything seriously. Except myself, of course. Ace. Come up with Professor. It's just a story. The Doctor. Never jump to hasty puddings, Ace. Abram's story is quite correct and tells a true story, if culturally biased. Use your imagination. Pause. Ace. Of course, the Ark. Was it a spaceship? The Doctor. I knew you'd get it. Ace. 6 months of darkness was the trip, and the Scorpion men. People in spacesuits with lasers. The Doctor. I do believe you've got it. And the story had other interesting aspects. Utnapishtim and Ishtar were foes, and that talisman, Avram, has some sort of key. Fascinating, isn't it? The only thing is what we do about it all, eh? Next page. I'm really regretting this. Like, every second of this. Ace. Why don't we sleep on it? The Doctor. Why not? Cut to interior palace of Ishtar. Ishtar has summoned Aga, who is angry. Aga, sarcastically. What is it, O goddess? Ishtar. I think in light of recent events, we must have more. Typo. Whatever. We must have more men assigned to laying the copper pathways to the wall. And I need a second team of slaves. They are to begin work on power supplies. I am impatient to reach the culmination of my plans. Aga. Power supplies! Those words are meaningless to me! Ishtar. Of course they are. I speak of power to move mountains, power to fly, power to destroy. I speak of the power of the gods. You are too feeble to understand. But one thing you will understand. Come to my inner sanctum. Come and see and fear. They walk to the inner sanctum, which is the remains of the spaceship. Use stock computer/science fiction sound effects. Which we did. Ishtar. One of the reasons I came here is that I could detect a source of radioactivity. Your men have gathered enough spare material to fill this box. Aga. It means nothing to me. Ishtar. O king, you saw the damage done to my temple, did you not? Well, this is what it did. This is what did it. This is what is known as a thermonuclear bomb. It is linked to me electronically. If anything happens to me, anything at all, then this will explode. This will destroy everything you've seen or even heard of. Next page. Scene 13. Split Infinities. Interior, Palace of Gilgamesh. The next morning, Council of Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh is briefing his Council of Elders. Gilgamesh. As you all know, Enkidu and I visited the city of Kish on a spying mission. First, the people of Kish knew we were coming. My initial thought was that someone had made my plans known to them. Where is Gudea? Enitum. I sent messengers to try to locate him, O king. I have heard nothing from them or him. Gilgamesh. Ah, but there is another possibility. It seems that the goddess Ishtar has blessed Kish with a personal appearance. She now resides in her temple and controls the warriors of that city. Enkidu and I had to fight our way out by night, and she knew where and when to send troops to attack us both. Clearly, she was responsible to discovering our approach. Nevertheless, I would like a few words with Gudea when you locate him. Enitum. As you wish, my lord. Gilgamesh. Now, we ourselves are blessed with divine visitors. This is Ea, god of wisdom, and he has brought Asa, goddess of the dawn. They wish to help us in our struggles against Kish. The Doctor. As your king has said, nobles of Uruk, the city of Kish is host to someone calling herself Ishtar. She is not a goddess, but a demon from the pits of hell. She can cloak herself in the likeness of a goddess to deceive men. She tries to claim the glories of the god alone. She infects the minds of those she touches, and she is preparing to lead Kish in a war against Uruk. Enitum. If she is a demon, O Ea, then why does the real Ishtar not blast her to pieces with divine logic? The council murmurs in agreement with this statement. The Doctor. Sorry about the yawn. Dr. Line. Because, O man, there is a deep balance to the eternal battle between good and evil. True, the gods could simply destroy this false Ishtar, but what would mortals learn from that? No, this must be a battle fought by men. Lagash, another advisor. Well, you sit and watch. Watch. The Doctor. No. Asa and I will aid in the ways that are permitted to us. We can offer guidance and a little physical help. But this must be your fight, and not ours alone. And there is another who will aid you. Utnapishtim. There are gasps with the mention of Utnapishtim. The Doctor. He and the demoness are foes of ages past. When he knows she is in Kish, he will help to destroy her. Ace. Whisper. Are you sure about that? The The Doctor. It is too much of a coincidence that two starships are here in one small part of Earth in this time period. I'd hazard a guess that Utnapishtim's forces destroyed Ishtar's main craft and thought she perished in the flight. Trust me. Ace. Do I ever have a choice? Next page. How much more part 2 do we have? It's got to be almost done, right? Oh yeah, not too much longer. Less than 10 pages. Okay, cool. The Doctor, to the Council. Now what I would suggest is that we send a party to Utnapishtim and seek his aid. Meanwhile, the rest of us will stay here and plan to get back into Kish to probe Ishtar's temples and defenses. Only the greatest man in Uruk would be fitted for the task of meeting such a great man. Gilgamesh. Your words have a strong ring of truth to them. I would like to meet this man who survived the great flood that destroyed the lands. Enkidu and I will prepare to leave immediately. The Doctor. I would suggest not. If anything should happen while you are gone, Enkidu would be an invaluable helper for me here. You must take me with you, Avram. You must take with you Avram, who knows the way to the mountains of Marshu, and also the Lady Asa for aid. Ace. What? Professor, don't do this to me. The Doctor. I need you to keep an eye on Gilgamesh. Ace. He'll be safe without me around. I'm more liable to kill him than anyone. The Doctor. But I need someone to go with Gilgamesh who's used to dealing with aliens. You're the only person I can trust, and before you ask, I don't want to chance using the TARDIS. Ace. But the TARDIS is outside Kish. How do you know what's going on? The Doctor. I remove the time path indicator. It will register any activity in the vortex, and if the timer is heading for Earth, I'll detect it. Ace. Fine, but at least tell that pisshead to keep his hands well away from me, or he'll be sorry. Enitum. I apologize to interrupt, but I have received word that Gudea has been found. Gilgamesh. Then why is he not here? Typo with here. We put here as in, like, hearing someone, and not here as in this place here. Enitum. I am afraid, O king. To settle his troubled mind, he drank some poisoned beer. Gilgamesh. Curious. I wonder whether he knew what he was doing. Enitum. Feigning surprise. Do you mean that he may not have killed himself? Gilgamesh. I hardly care. I shouldn't like to think there might be further examples of people drinking the wrong thing. Enitum. I am sure that he will be the only one, Lord. Gilgamesh. I love this scene so much. Enkidu, my friend. I shall be leaving in the morning on this quest. Whether we shall find them, I cannot say. My heart is heavy that you will not be with me on this venture. Next page. Enkidu. Mine too, Gilgamesh. You'll have many... What the hell? You'll have many an opportunity to add to your story. What an adventure this will be. Gilgamesh. Perhaps. Here is my seal. It confers on you my full authority, and be very wary about Enitum. While I am certain Gudea wished me killed, I suspect the same of Enitum, but cannot prove it. The man is a wasp. Damn. Enkidu. And what of the Doctor and his young companion? Do you believe they are truly gods? Gilgamesh, laughing. You hairy monster. I'm in doubt as well, but I feel we can trust them. At least for now. Oh wow, thanks car horn outside. Hey, thanks. Could that car alarm stop, please? Wow. Okay, thanks. Hey, alright, whatever. I'll work with it. But come on, please. Hey, stop. I don't even know if you guys can hear that, so I just sound like an idiot right now. Hey, it stopped finally. Where the hell was I? Enkidu, travel well. Return as quickly as you are able. I feel we live in dangerous times. Gilgamesh, those are the best of times. It staves off the boredom of life. Enkidu, there are worse things than boredom. Gilgamesh, name one. Enkidu, death. Gilgamesh, death is not to be feared, my friend. When my time comes, I shall die willingly enough. With my axe dripping the blood of many enemies, the people shall sing of me forever. Scene 14, the mountains of Mashu. Oh, please. We're almost at the end, right? We're almost at the end. Exterior, mountains of Mashu. Ace and Avram are at camp while Gilgamesh have gone hunting for dinner. I'm yawning again. I apologize so much. Oh god, this is gonna be horrible. I'm dreading doing part 3. Ace, finally is gone. I swear he'd brought. What's that? I swear he's been brought up to think he could do no wrong. Avram, lady, he is the king of Uruk. His mother is rumored to be divine. The people believe him 2/3 god and 1/3 man. How can he do wrong? Ace. He's got the manners of a pig, an ego the size of a mountain, and a libido that just won't stop. Avram, there are many women honored to have him, but I see that you are not one of them. He's not troubling you now, is he? He is not foolish to press attentions where they are unwanted. As to his manners, they are no worse than others in his court. Perhaps they are strange to you, but to him they are normal. As to his ego, he is a hero. His leadership has kept Uruk safe and strong through the years. Ace. Well, okay, but can't he keep it to himself and pretend to be humble occasionally? Avram. He is a plain man, and it is what the hell? He's a plain man, and it is a great strength. I do not understand you. Ace. Sometimes I don't understand myself. I don't know what I'm doing with my life traveling with the doctor. He's got his faults, but he's ready to take up the flag and fight for anyone's rights. Next page. He might seem callous, but I think it's to stop getting hurt. He really does care for me, but he knows I'll have to leave him in the end. It must be hard for him. Sure, he's over 1,000 years. He's over 1,000 years old. Avram. He doesn't look it. Ace. Well, he changes. He told me he's done it 6 times so far. Avram. Like the snake sheds its skin, to allow for new growth. Ace. Yeah, I bet that's one reason he does it. It must be hard being fresh and decisive for 1,000 years without getting tired. Gilgamesh suddenly appears with an antelope. I almost said envelope. Gilgamesh. Who wants the liver? A delicacy for our footsore goddess? Ace. Not for me, thanks. Gilgamesh. More for me. Cut to interior Gilgamesh's palace, the doctor's room. The doctor. Think, doctor, think. But the time won't be a mistake? A product of my addled brain? Ishtar is the problem now, and more than enough to be going on with. The door opens, and Ingula enters. The doctor. Hello. Ingula. I am not disturbing you? The doctor. Oh, not at all. Only thinking. I like to keep my mind in shape. Did you want something? Ingula, hesitantly. What is to become of me? The doctor. I beg your pardon? Ingula. I do not know if you are truly Ea, god of wisdom, but you speak with understanding. Can you tell me what will happen to me? The doctor. What will be, will be. Listen to me. You have done what... Shit. You have done what you knew was right. When Ishtar is defeated, you will be happy once again. Meanwhile, I need to peek into Kish to find out what's happening. Ingula. The Princess Nari also hates and fights against the goddess. She will shelter you and offer aid. The doctor. Capital. Let's find Enkidu and be off, shall we? They exit. Cut to exterior mountains of Mashu. The party is traveling on foot. Avram. Stop, look ahead. There is the only pathway into the heart of the mountains. It is where the Zukuquip stand their guard. Ace. How far up do we have to climb? Next page. Avram. Who can say? I went only as far as the Guardians. They should allow us to pass. Gilgamesh. And if they don't, then I shall kill them. Ace. We'll get further by asking questions first and fighting later. Gilgamesh. Then what is the point of living if we do not fight? Ace. Don't you think of anything else? Gilgamesh. Yes, but we won't do that either. Wait, I want to redo that. Gilgamesh. Yes, but you won't do that either. Oh, it's the final thing. Yes. Okay. Scene 15. Guardians of the Gate of Dawn. Guardians at the Gate of Dawn. Exterior. Fields of Kish. The Doctor, Ingula, and Enkidu have begun their mission to meet Nanari for aid. The Doctor. They've been busy, haven't they? Nearly the full wall is covered with copper. Enkidu. What is it for? To waste all of that metal for patterns. There must be a point to it. The Doctor. Quite right. I've been impressed by the reasoning powers of the Neanderthal. Met one of your relatives a few thousand years from now. Think of Ishtar as a spider. This is her web, which she will entrap the minds and souls of everyone in Kish. Enkidu. She wants to take over the thoughts of the city? The Doctor. I suspect she has grander aims than that. The world, the cosmos even. Kish will serve as her appetizer. Ingula. Can we do something to stop her? The Doctor. We can always do something. The question is, will it be enough? Right. Time to pay her a visit. Won't you come into my parlor? said the spider to the fly.
Part 2 ends here. Part 3 begins here. Yay! That's the end of part 2. Although I still have to do part 3, and I think part 3 has the most pages of any of them, but whatever. As if I care right now. I mean, I'll care later when I'm regretting doing this whole project again. But anyway. Alright, part 3. The Doctor.
Oh, my suspicion has grander aims than that. The world, the cosmos even. Kish will serve as an appetizer.
Angula. Can we do something to stop her? The Doctor.
Oh, we can always do something. The question is, will it be enough? Right. Time to pay her a visit. Won't you come into my parlour, said the spider to the fly.
Part 2 ends here, and part 3 begins here. Cut to exterior mountains of Mashu. Next page. Gilgamesh, Avram, and Ace have made it near a hollow in the mountains with a lake. Ace. It's an extinct volcano. A lot of them have lakes in their centers like this. There's a typo there. Avram. There are tales that this mountain was once host to the gods. The smoke from their feasting fires rose for many years, then they moved on. Ace. I hope this was a very long time ago. Gilgamesh. Down there. Think you that this is where Utnapishtim lives? Ace. That shack seems a bit grubby. I'd expect something larger and metallic. Is that some kind of island in the center of that lake there? Gilgamesh. In this shadow it is hard to tell. I never trust the dark anyway. Anything might lurk within its embrace. Still, things may be more visible when we reach the house. They climb down the cliffside until they approach the building, made of an artificial material. Ace knocks. It sounds like plastic. Ace. Plastic? Urshanabi. Not much point. There's nobody inside. Just me out here. Interior, Aga's palace. Ninari's room. Angula opens the door. Angula. Princess? Ninari, crying. Angula, where have you been? What has happened? Who are these people? And why is that creature of Gilgamesh's with you? Angula. Peace, lady. He means no harm. He is here to help us with Ishtar, and this is the god Ea. Ninari. Forgive me, but I find it hard to trust any divinities after witnessing what Ishtar has done. The Doctor. And quite right, too. Terrible state of affairs, but I'm here to do something about it. We have been told that you want her power broken. Ninari. She is evil and disturbs my father and my city. Can you truly help us to defeat her? The Doctor. I'm probably the only one who can. Ngula. We'll get you up to speed. I really need to look into Ishtar's inner rooms. All her equipment is there, and she has implanted some kind of transponders in the minds of a number of people by which she can control them. I'd like to sever the link before we actually destroy her. Aga, standing in the door. So, you plot treason now, Ninari? Ooh, big moment. I like that. Next page. Scene 16. The Lake of Souls. Exterior, shack and mountains. Gilgamesh. Who are you, and why don't you prostrate yourself before me? Urshanabi. The name's Urshanabi, strangers, and as for the prostrating part, I've not had much call for that sort of skill. You're the first visitors we've had in all the weeks we've been here. Now suppose you tell me who you are. Gilgamesh. I am Gilgamesh, king of men. My companions are Asa and the storyteller Avram. Urshanabi. Really? Traveling far? Ace. We're here to see Utnapishtim. Urshanabi. You have been allowed through. You must have been allowed through by the Guardians. Ace. I suppose we were. How else could we be here? Urshanabi. You have a point. Suppose you tell me why you want to see Utnapishtim. Gilgamesh. Suppose you just let us pass and mind your own business. Urshanabi. This is my business. I decide who gets to the island. Ace. Depressing. Urshanabi. We call it the Lake of Souls, sort of chills them within you. Gilgamesh. Speaking of souls, if you wish yours to stay within your body, then I suggest you take us to Utnapishtim right now. Urshanabi. We do this at my pace. I make the decisions here, not some muscle-bound moron with an axe. Gilgamesh, shouting. By the backside of the gods, I will take no more of these orders from others. A fight breaks out between the two men. Ace. Stop it! They both draw weapons. Ooh, you didn't put this in italics, Jacob. Anyway, I didn't script edit this one, so, ha. Anyway. They both draw weapons. Urshanabi shoots a laser at Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh punches him in the gut and knocks him on the ground. Ace picks up the gun and shoots it in the air, getting both men's attention. Ace, enough, calm down. Avram, look to his wounds. You have to forgive Gilgamesh. He's a bit impulsive at the best of times, and is not the best of times. Urshanabi, weakly, I gathered as much. Good luck getting to the island now. Ace, what? She notices the boat is destroyed. Damn it. Mast ruined. Can it be replaced? Next page. Urshanabi, do you see any trees? Ace, so now what? Cut to interior in Inari's rooms. Continuation of previous scene. The Doctor. How do you do? You must be King Aga. I've heard a lot about you, and I understand you've got a problem I can help you sort out. Aga. Rise, daughter. What are you doing here? Inari. Trying to help. Aga. And talking treason is supposed to help? Inari. We were not talking treason. We're talking about destroying the hold Ishtar has over you. Aga. And I suppose this isn't Gilgamesh's ape man. Oh my god. Ninari. Well, yes, but he says he wants to help us. Aga. I'm sure he wants to help Gilgamesh to my throne. And who is that? Ninari. She's a priestess from the Temple of Ishtar, Lord. Why would Ninari say Lord to her father? That doesn't make sense. Aga. And you wouldn't happen to be the man that Ishtar was interested in before her temple was damaged? The Doctor. Well, yes, but I can explain that. You see. What? Oh, commas. We need them. Yes. Well, I can explain that. You see, Aga. There is no need. I am not interested. For what you and your companions did to her temple, Ishtar almost destroyed my city. I will not risk that again. She tells me that she has a box that can lay waste to all the lands of men. I believe this, and will not risk raising her fury by even listening to fools that plot against her. We're not even like 10 pages into this part, and my throat's killing me. I'm going to take a drink. The Doctor. If you do not fight her, she will consume you. Aga. If you try to fight her, she will destroy us all. I cannot take that chance. The Doctor. You're making a big mistake if you give in to her blackmail. Aga. Take the ape man and his companions to the cells. I will speak with the princess alone. Guard. Yes, sir. Aga. Oh my god, it's a long line. Ninari, I love you as I have loved your mother. I realized what you did was out of concern for me, but do not ever think of what help me in such a way again. I make my own decisions, and you will obey them utterly. Otherwise, you will be punished. Do I make myself quite clear? Ninari. Oh, this is the next page, rather. Ninari. Yes, father. Aga. Good. You only did what you felt was right. Your idea might have seemed clever, but it is insanely dangerous. She has powers we do not understand, and could destroy us all. Ninari, angry. So we sit here doing nothing and allow her to act as she wills? Aga. It is not better to die while we are alive and can hope. Wait, what? It is not better to die while we are alive and can hope. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Goddamn. Ninari. Hope? How can we hope it when out of fear of her you imprison those who might aid us? Blah, blah, blah. This is going to be great. I what do I have? Like 30 pages left? Oh my god. Anyway. Okay. Aga. Mind what you say, daughter. Any further outbursts, you will be placed in the stocks and whipped till that tongue stops its prattling. Now be silent and do as I tell you. Aga storms out, slams the door and locks it. Ninari. I'm a prisoner in my own room. Cut to exterior. Shack. Ace. Oh, how deep is this lake? Urshanabi. Not deep, but don't think about swimming out to the island. The lake is stocked with a species of killer fish to stop unwelcome visitors. Ace. He must really lock his privacy. Urshanabi. We're just defending ourselves. Ace. Well, why don't you make a punt? Urshanabi. A punt? Ace. Yeah, you push the boat with a long pole, and if the water's not that deep, it should be easy. Urshanabi. It might work if we had someone very strong. Ace. I know someone who has lots of excess energy to work off. Gilgamesh. I do not object. Ace. Then shall we? Oh my god. Kill me. Ace, Avram, Gilgamesh, and Urshanabi climb into the boat, and Gilgamesh begins punting. With each punt, he grunts with the labor. Oh yeah, we pretty much like didn't do this, huh? Ace to self. Why isn't Apishtim so paranoid? And he can. Oh, why isn't Apishtim so paranoid? And can he really help us? Commas, Jacob. Commas. Interior. August Palace Dungeons. This is the next page now. The Doctor. I've been in worse dungeons, and these stocks aren't really all that tight. Enkidu. Fine, that's the good news. The bad news is that they're probably going to leave us in here together. The Doctor. Defeatist. Enkidu. Oh, and your magic powers can get us out of here? The Doctor. No, they're a bit too simple for me. Ngula is sobbing. The Doctor. There, it's probably not as bad as that. The Doctor rummages in his pockets and pulls out a bag. The Doctor. Jelly baby? There is some struggle. I almost did that in my doctor voice. Oh my god. I can't do this. I'm recording this like all in like a 24-hour span, so I'm not really giving my throat a break. There is some struggling. The Doctor. Come on, there must be a way out of this thing. Enkidu. You are talking to yourself, my friend. The Doctor. I can't waste all day like this. Enkidu. We have little choice in the matter. Get rest while you can. Who knows what when we shall need our strength. The Doctor. Oh, very philosophical. Eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we shall die. Is that it? Enkidu. A good way to live. Next page. Oh god, I forgot how long this scene was. Okay, scene 17. Utnapishtim. Exterior. Utnapishtim's ship. Ace. What is this? What is that place? Urshanabi. That is no place. That is our ship. Well, a ship is a place, Urshanabi. Gilgamesh. Ship, but where are the oars, the slaves, the sails? How can it move? Urshanabi. Through the air, my impetuous friend. Through the void between the stars when it is in good shape. Right now, there it is, and there it stays. Follow me. Gilgamesh. Down there? Of course. How else will we meet Utnapishtim? Don't tell me Gilgamesh, king of men, is afraid. Gilgamesh. Nobody calls Gilgamesh a coward. I am merely being cautious. Ace slaps his hand. Ace. Then be cautious after me. Oh my god, my throat hurts so much. Shit. The party makes it inside the ship. Ace. Wicked, it's like a huge city. What the Urshanabi. We quite like it. Anu looked a lot like this once. We'd best get along to Utnapishtim. Climb aboard. An elevator begins going up. Avram. Magic indeed. Urshanabi. Directed gravity fields. Faster than walking and far less tiring. Ace. Yeah, better than a fun fair. Urshanabi. In there. In here. Sorry, he didn't say in there. In here. They open doors into Utnapishtim's office. Utnapishtim is an old man. Utnapishtim. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, what voice did Zach do for this? Oh, yes, I remember. You wish to see me? I'm Utnapishtim. I'm not going to do a good impression. I'll just do a regular voice, whatever. Ace. Yeah, I'm Ice. These are Avram and Gilgamesh, the king of Uruk. Gilgamesh. Are you a god? Is this heaven? Utnapishtim, laughing. No, I am not a god, and this is merely where I work. Far from heaven, and sometimes quite like hell, I fear. To Avram. I believe you were almost here once before. Avram, nervous. I told the Lady Asa about you. She and Lord Ea were most interested, and she has come to seek your help. Next page. Going much slower than I did for the first two parts. Urshanabi. Drinks? Utnapishtim. A harmless blend of fruit extracts, O king. You looked in need of it. Now, take seats and explain your purpose. To Ace. You don't seem to be from this land, and I did not think that here women were recognized as equals of men. Ace. It doesn't. I'm not from this country this country of time? Country or time? That line makes no sense. All right. Utnapishtim. Time travel? I've heard such things are possible. Go on. Ace. Well, the doctor and I wandered us, and we discovered there's a problem we think you can help us with. Utnapishtim. I'm not sure that we can or should help you. Ace. Do you mean you're unwilling or unable to help? Utnapishtim. Both. Urshanabi, perhaps you would like to see our two guests here. I would speak to Ace? Ace, privately. Urshanabi. Of course, perhaps a little food would make you more comfortable. Gilgamesh. A feast? With beer? I may enjoy my stay. And that is the last we ever hear from Gilgamesh in this script. I love that. Urshinob, Gilgamesh, and Avram exit. I think it's such a weird last line for Gilgamesh to go out on. We really cut down his role in the end. Utnapishtim. My problem is that this marvelous city ship of ours has power to sustain us barely 6 more weeks. Ace. And then? Utnapishtim. We must leave and take a home here on Earth. We are an ancient people and must adapt this planet to our needs. We may fight. Ace. You're talking war. He just says we may fight. How does that equate to war? What the hell? Utnapishtim. I do not like the idea any more than you. I am civilized, but not a fool. The heritage of Anu must survive, and if it must be here, then so be it. Ace, you don't understand. You can't do what you're talking about. I wouldn't be born on this planet for another 5,000 years to the human race, not yours. Utnapishtim, the Earth stays human? Then what becomes of my people? Ace, I don't know. I've never heard of Anu before. Utnapishtim, is this it? We survive for nothing? We will simply perish here? Ace, it's a big universe. You could be anywhere out there in my time, and I'd never know. Next page. I'm going to take another drink. I've started up a drink counter strictly for part 3 in the comments. Because holy shit. Ugh. Okay. Utnapishtim. This ship represents all that is left of our world, of our homeworld Anu. It was a paradise until Kataka came. Where she was from, no one is sure. But she heard stories, as well as all of us, of the Time Lords who live forever. They're just tales, of course. Ace. No, they aren't. The bloke I travel with was one of them. His name's the Doctor. Utnapishtim. Forgive me. I would normally be excited, but worries drive pleasure out effectively. Kataka decided she would become immortal, and made breakthroughs in cybernetics. She made herself immortal, but at a cost. She must now steal life from other beings, to keep herself alive in that metal form. We managed to isolate Kataka. She was put to death. But at the end, she threatened to have revenge. She took control of our computer, but we had planned for this. I developed an electronic organism to eat her mind and destroy it. Ace. A virus. Utnapishtim. A virus, yes. It almost worked. And then she... oh my god. Then she attacked, and her ship broke apart as we made an emergency landing. She died in her ship, and we find ourselves in this dilemma. Ace. It's worse than you think. You didn't destroy Kataka. She's alive and well and living as the goddess Ishtar. Utnapishtim, you're lying. Ace, no, I'm not. If she's left unchecked, she'll control everything on Earth. And if you have to help us defeat her, oh my god. Utnapishtim, what can I do? At full power, we barely managed to capture her. There's nothing to do now. Ace, no, you can't just give up. You said the virus might have defeated her if you had a chance to work on it. Utnapishtim, no, Ace, I can't do it. I'd have to get it into her system face to face. She's bound to have some protection against this. Ace, then get off your backside and start working. Don't just give up with the fight. Give up with the fate of my species in your hands. I won't let you. Utnapishtim, very well. I'll look into that computer virus. But how do we get it to Kataka? Ace, you can leave that to me and the Doctor. Next page. If I could get it back in the binder, please. Thank you. Okay. Scene 18. Escape. What do I have left? Oh my god. Okay, a little over 20 pages. Okay. I can do this, I think. Okay. Interior dungeon. Enkidu and Angula. Oh my god, why? Someone's driving really loudly outside. That's great. Enkidu and Angula are asleep. The Doctor is still in thought. The doors open and Inari enters. The Doctor. Princess. Visiting hours already? In Inari. Quietly, I'm not doing the ace voice. Damn it. Quietly, I've come to set you free. The Doctor. Are you sure that's wise? I don't think your father will be very happy. Nari. My father is allowing his fear to outvoice his reason. Nari knocks free. Why would she... Knocks free the stocks. Alright, whatever. Enkidu and Angula, wake up. Enkidu. What? What's happening? The Doctor. Right. We have to move quickly. We don't know when somebody might come along to check up on us. Angula, can you lead us to the Temple of Ishtar by a route that keeps us out of public view? Angula. Of course, Lord. Follow me. The Doctor. I knew I'd think of a way out of this. A little more luck and Ishtar will be finished. Interior. Aga's throne room. Aga. Who dares to intrude inside my throne room? Show yourself like an honest man. Dumuzi. Greetings, Lord. Take your ease. Aga. Why do you creep through the darkness?
Dumuzi, if I did not, then I would be seen as I spied on you, O king. Aga,
You're keeping an eye on me for Ishtar, eh?
Dumuzi, fool, I am Ishtar. I am here just as certainly as if my body were present. Aga,
You make my skin crawl. Why do you have Dumuzi spying on me?
Dumuzi, it amuses me to see you a common drunkard. Aga,
A human emotion, surely.
Dumuzi, I enjoy laughter and at times revenge, and it is time for revenge. Aga,
What do you prattle on about?
next page.
There.
Dumuzi, your dear beautiful daughter has freed the prisoners you hid from me. They are heading to my temple, where they shall become a feast. Aga,
What?
Dumuzi, yes, that would move you. I do so love parties. Interior, Temple of Ishtar, Enkidu. I don't like this. The Doctor. While I appreciate realism, haven't you heard of positive thinking? Enkidu. I'm naturally cautious, and it is too quiet. Ingula. He is correct, my lord. There are usually 20 priests here offering sacrifice. Wouldn't it be priestesses offering sacrifice? I don't know. The Doctor. Maybe it's lunch break. Maybe it's lunch break. No. Enkidu. Then how do we get across without being seen? The Doctor. Ingula, I think it's time you rejoin the priesthood and let us to commune with the gods. Ingula. Of course. The Doctor. And we'll be right behind you. The party walks into the inner sanctum. It is dark. You know what's really funny about that? Is that in the adaptation we very much kept out, the priestess's role in the story. And the priestesses are pretty much just prostitutes for people in the temple. And so the Doctor is saying to a 13-year-old, I think it's time you rejoin the priesthood and let us to commune with the gods. That's just him saying, go be a whore. So anyway, Enkidu, where's the light? The Doctor, power failure? Ingula, Ishtar likes the gloom. Enkidu, we are in the worst position while it remains dark. Our ability to fight or spy are restricted. The Doctor, standing here won't help. Follow my lead. They walk and open another door. The Doctor, why is this room empty? Stay here a minute. I'm checking the inner sanctum. The Doctor enters the inner sanctum where the ship is. The Doctor, time for some sabotage, Doctor. He presses some buttons. Yes, now we're getting somewhere. Oh dear. Ishtar, Doctor, so nice to meet you at last. Dun dun dun. Next page. Scene 19. I almost said 18 again. 19. The Feast of Ishtar. Continuation of Scene 18. Ishtar. Do you like what you see, Doctor? The Doctor. Brilliant, quite brilliant. Complex and yet supple. Humanoid features indicate a hint of vanity, but the snake half of you is good for movement. Shame you use such skills for a depraved purpose. Oh, my throat hurts so much. Oh, God. Here we go. Ishtar. Morality? Yeah. Morality? The weakness that marks the fool from genius. The Doctor. The strength that marks the wise man from criminal. What have you done with my companions? Ishtar. As you can see, Enkidu and Gula and Inari enter, beaten by Ishtar. Enkidu. I'm sorry, Doctor. The Doctor. Don't be. You did your best. And now what? Ishtar. I win. There are a few players missing, so I shall be generous. Let us talk together. It will be nice for a change to speak with someone whose mind is almost the equal of my own. Humans are so tiny, but you... That will be a feast I remember for a long time. The Doctor. I'll give you indigestion. Ishtar. You are an amusing one. As long as you amuse me, I may hold back my hunger. What is your homeworld? The Doctor. Gallifrey. Ishtar. You are a Time Lord. I knew that one day I would find one of your species. The Doctor. Or we should find you. This interference cannot be allowed. Stop it now. Ishtar. Or what? Do not try to intimidate me. And as for interference, look at the pitiful humans. Pawn scum. Nothings to beings such as you or I, Doctor. The Doctor. There we must agree to differ. I won't allow you to destroy this planet by enslaving them to your depraved lusts. Ishtar. Have a care. If you annoy me enough, I shall remove your tongue without anesthetics. Such as the manipulation of time and eternal life I shall achieve through your aid, Doctor. The Doctor, you would be nothing. The door opens and Aga enters. Ishtar, King Aga, how kind of you to pay us this visit. Aga, Minari! I think that's my favorite voice to do in this. It's quite fun. Next page. Ishtar. How touching. What a sweet family reunion. Such a shame it must end. Aga and Ninari begin to writhe in agony and scream as Ishtar points her mental powers towards them. Ishtar, beg for your life. Ninari, I shall not disgrace myself for being for begging favors from the likes of you. Ninari spits in Ishtar's face. Ishtar forces her to scream even more. And Gula, no, spare her, take me instead. Ishtar, what generosity and most unexpected. Time Lord, you are correct. This race does have a good deal of potential for that stupid morality you espouse. Say farewell to your mind, princess. Ninari screams, and Gula is trying to get up. Not Gula, Enkidu. Enkidu is trying to get up. Ishtar has taken over Ninari's body, and they speak with the same voice. Ninari / Ishtar. This is something we couldn't achieve in the audio, but it would have been really cool if we could. My compliments on raising such a pretty child. It's been a long time since I was last this far into a humanoid form. It really is quite wonderful, isn't it? The Doctor, stop torturing him. Haven't you done enough? Ishtar, no, I will extract every last ounce of pleasure I can from the agonies of all that oppose me. For now it is Aga. Ninari's turn will come. Aga, she is not dead. Ishtar, oh my god, not yet. She is still here, but in the background. I am enjoying her fear. Now to deal with her friend. And Gula lets out a scream before being choked by Ishtar. The Doctor, stop it! Don't do this to them! Ishtar, you are wrong, Doctor. It is not enough to have power if you cannot use it. The Doctor, maybe, but it never lasts. Power becomes an insatiable thirst and master. Ishtar, quaint moralizing. I have the power to do as I will, and my will is to free Dumuzi. Pause. Free Dumuzi? Dumuzi bursts into the room, screaming. Ishtar! Ah, there he is. Watch, for this shall be a lesson for you all. Dumuzi finally stops screaming, starts weeping, and dies. Next page. Scene 20. Ace is high. Not Ace is high, but Aces isn't like Ace is high. Like she is not. No, wow, that doesn't help at all. Like the high of Ace, if I'm making any sense whatsoever. Anyway, scene 20, Ace is high. Continuation of scene 19. Suddenly, an explosion from Ace's Nitro 9 shakes the room. Ishtar, what was that? The Doctor, sounds like a friend of mine. It is all of Ace's subtle undertones. Ishtar, guards, stop them. This is at best a temporary reprieve. The Doctor, I'll take what I can get. Now, Ace. Another explosion from Ace. Ace bursts into the room, guns blazing. Ishtar, incompetence. Ace, back off, bitch. The Doctor, no, Ace, don't! Ace gets knocked over. The Doctor follows suit. Why'd you do that? I could have ended it right then. The Doctor, you could have ended more than you thought. That's the grandfather of all atomic bombs, and it will be triggered by Ishtar's death. What is my McCoy impression becoming throughout this video? I don't even know. Ace. Then what can we do? The Doctor. Think. Cut to outside where Gilgamesh, Enkidu, Avram, Utnapishtim, and Urshanabi are fighting with explosions. Avram. A glorious fight. Utnapishtim. And senseless. These men fight because they are forced to, not because this is their battle. But that was never Kataka's way. Was ever Kataka's way. Not never. God. I'm almost there. I've got like 15 pages left. Cut to interior, inner sanctum. Aga, I will not strike my daughter. Ishtar, weakness, compassion. It was wise of you to stop this child from attacking me. But you see, it has won you nothing. Utnapishtim coming from behind. Not nothing. She has gained us time. Ishtar, panicked. Stop! You can accomplish nothing. Utnapishtim, my computer virus, and your doom. Ishtar, no! Utnapishtim! Oh no! Next page. Ishtar knocks the box onto the floor, shattering it.
Not smashing it, shattering it. Okay. Ishtar, what stupidity! You were all doomed to failure before you began. Accept your fate. Ace, get stuffed. There's still Gilgamesh. Ishtar, yes, there's still Gilgamesh, and as you can see, I have a score to settle with that one. Gilgamesh is dragged in. Ishtar, poor Gilgamesh. Is this pitiful king the only weapon you have left? Once you refused my embrace, O king. This time you will have no choice in the matter. Oh, doctor, I owe you a debt of gratitude. The doctor, why? Ishtar, because you have assembled all of my enemies for me to take my slow revenge upon. Utnapishtim, who sought to destroy me, Gilgamesh, who mocked and scorned me, Aga, who fought against me, and you, doctor, who can provide me with the knowledge of temporal control. How delightful! Freed from the restraint of time, who knows what I can accomplish? The doctor, don't even think about it. You've got no chance at all. Ishtar, on the contrary, I cannot be defeated now. Who is there to fight me? Don't be foolish, doctor. I am the future, and nothing can stop me. Earth first, then all of time and space will become mine. There will be no crime, no pain, no dissent. There will be one mind and one aim for the whole human race. Ace, she slipped a metal lid. She is completely mad. Ishtar, mad? I am completely sane. It is you and your friends who are mad for thinking that you can stop me. Now I am ready to enter into my glory, and you, girl, will be my first victim. Ace begins to scream. I wrote a little note at the end here. Oh, it's an editing thing. Okay, yeah, because nobody actually recorded their screams. Anyway, next page, scene 21. Armageddon. Continuation of scene 20. Ace continues screaming, but suddenly, Ishtar, Nanari, and several guards begin screaming. Utnapishtim, it worked! We tricked her! The screaming stops. The doctor, what worked? Urshanabi, the device she destroyed was just a dummy. The real virus was overlaid on our minds as soon as she tried to take over any one of us. She would trigger the real virus. The doctor is attacking her circuits now. Utnapishtim, of course, she'll be finished, and her slaves will be free. You must be the doctor. I'm Utnapishtim. The doctor. You are an idiot. I like that. Take a look at what's in front of her throne. Utnapishtim. But this is the bomb she used to destroy Anu. The doctor. And it's tied... Oh, shit. The doctor. And it's tied into her mental processes. The second she dies, that bomb will go off and end human civilization on a good portion of this planet. Utnapishtim. Oh, what can we do? The doctor. Only one thing for it. I've got to get back to my TARDIS immediately. I take it you have some fast transport lying around somewhere. Urshanabi. The flitters in the temple precincts. The doctor. Get them ready. Avram and I will bring Ace. Utnapishtim, you bring that bomb. Enkidu. Enkidu. How can I help? The doctor. You keep things straight here. Stop Gilgamesh from killing everyone while I'm gone. Right. Let's go. Cut to exterior. Spring outside Kish. The doctor, Ace, Avram, Urshanabi, Utnapishtim arrive. Utnapishtim, are we in time? The doctor, as long as that thing hasn't gone off, we've got some time left. They enter the TARDIS. The doctor, kindly refrain from any comments on the size of the interior. It's time to get busy. Utnapishtim, interesting technology. Next page. If I can. The doctor, very. Avram, bring Ace over here, please. Urshanabi, what are you going to do? The doctor, deceive the bomb. It's tuned to Ishtar's brain patterns, so all I have to do is keep them going, even if she dies. We have a link to Ishtar through Ace, so if I can drain her thoughts into the circuits here, it should help. Urshanabi, can you do that? The doctor, yes. I think I can guarantee that it will work. Now, give me a hand to connect Ace to the telepathic circuits, and keep her steady. The doctor pushes a few buttons. Ace lets out a small scream. Utnapishtim, you freed her, doctor. Well done. The doctor, not now. It's still very tricky. If this link is lost, the bomb just inside these doors would explode, saving the Earth, but killing us. Right. We seem to be doing fine. Now, all I need to do is disconnect the detonator, and we should be set. Cut to Inner Sanctum. Ishtar stops screaming and vanishes. Enkidu, look. Aga, is it over? Enkidu, who can say? We must wait for the word from the doctor. Cut to TARDIS interior. Ace wakes up. Ace, Professor, what did I miss? The doctor, just about everything. I've managed to defuse the bomb, and I'm about to erase Ishtar's mental patterns from the telepathic circuits. Ace, you put her in there? You know you've been having trouble with them. The doctor, nonsense, Ace. Look, I'll get rid of her right this... Well, that's a problem. Yeah, these lines are a problem. Ace, what's wrong now? The doctor, I can't seem to find a trace of her. Ace, you screwed up. You've really done it this time. Suddenly, the cloister bell begins to ring. Utnapishtim, what's happened? Next page. The doctor. Somehow, Ishtar is still with us. She's inside the TARDIS control circuitry. Ishtar. Doctor, I really must thank you. This is an intriguing little device, isn't it? Gotta take a drink. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm destroying my vocal cords. Scene 22, Apotheosis, continuation of Scene 21. Ace. Why is it so difficult to stand? The doctor. She's varying the internal gravity, making things very unstable. Urshanabi. Doctor, what has gone wrong? The doctor. I made a small mistake. Somehow Ishtar used a link to the telepathic circuits to physically transfer herself. Utnapishtim. What about the virus? The doctor. It didn't entirely work. Ishtar, you fools, thinking you could destroy me. The TARDIS console begins to come alive. The doctor, but I can! The doctor falls against the console, turning the gravity back to normal. The TARDIS then dematerializes. The doctor, now I wish you would stop playing around. I dare you face this as yourself. Next page. Ace, Doctor, what are you doing? The doctor, quiet, Ace. Ishtar, why would I do that? The doctor, because you must. Ah, I see you have decided to join us. Hold tight, everybody. The doctor opens the doors, and Ishtar is pulled out of the TARDIS. The TARDIS then stabilizes. Utnapishtim, is it all over? I thought Kataka dead once before, though. She's very tough. The doctor, not this tough. The vortex is a primeval force of wanton destruction. Right. Let's tie up a few loose ends, shall we? Who's for a quick walk? The air will do us good, and maybe we can have a feast with the king, eh? Cut to Kish after the battle. The doctor, about there. I think Utnapishtim and his technician should be able to leave now. Avram, they're going back to the heavens? The doctor, something like that. With these past few days' assistance, they should make it. Ace, well, they're on the way back to the planet you suggested. Utnapishtim doesn't have to worry about war with the human race now. The doctor, no, just about restarting his own race. Ace, and what about us? What about that? The doctor, those two old enemies are friends. I love happy endings. Bored so soon? Ace, not exactly. Ace, not exactly. I just want a more varied diet. I'm getting really sick of baked pheasant. The doctor, back to the TARDIS and food machine, eh? I think it's high time we slipped away too. Off we go. Cut to TARDIS console room. Ace. So, now where are we off to? The doctor, oh, I thought we deserved a little vacation after all that. Your choice. Ace, well, there is this one place, but you'll probably find it boring. The doctor, never. There's always something fascinating to see and do. Next page. Almost done. Almost. Ace, well, I've always had this dream of traveling in a paddle boat on the Mississippi River. The doctor, well, why not? We could always meet Mark Twain. Ace, hey, your pocket's bleeping. The doctor, the time path indicator, the time worm. Ace, at last. Scene 23. Oh, the final chapter. Final scene, chapter. We did them by chapter, whatever. Time worm. Continuation of scene 22. Gotta take a drink before I start this. I'm gonna give my all and destroy my vocal cords in the final couple pages. Here we go. Question is, can I do this? Ace. Presumably we're in trouble. The doctor. I should think that's a fair guess, yes. Right. Let's see what we can find out, shall we? That's very odd. Ace. Now what's wrong? The doctor. Taking off should have gained us time, but this time worm seems to have compensated. This reading says it's the TARDIS coming towards us. Ace. You mean it's another Time Lord after us? The doctor. No, this reading says it is this TARDIS. Ace. But that doesn't make sense, Professor, does it? Ishtar. No, Doctor, it doesn't make sense. Ace. Ishtar, I thought you destroyed her. Ishtar. So, you thought that you destroyed me, didn't you? Wait, what? Oh, that line's... What? Oh, that's why we changed it. I have a bunch of notes here in the script about why we changed those lines. Because it's really redundant. So the final product in the story is different, but whatever. Anyway, next page. The doctor. The idea had crossed my mind, yes. But I must admit, you appear to be very fit for a corpse.
Ishtar, I am fit, Doctor. I've never felt better in my lives. You thought that I would be torn apart by the forces of the vortex? Ace, well, I warned you, scumbag. Ishtar, because I am infinitely adaptable, and now I have become virtually infinite in power also. The Doctor, Ishtar slash the Time Worm. No, Doctor, I am Ishtar no longer. Now I have gone beyond the entity that was once Ishtar. I heard the chronivores whispering in the time winds. They gave me a new name. Time Worm. Ace, bit late, aren't you? We've been waiting for you since we first arrived on Earth. The Time Worm, indeed. And how did you know of my becoming? The Doctor, now I know why I warned myself. In my meddling, I've created you, haven't I? The Time Worm, no, you merely created my possibility. The vortex made me. I am no longer restricted to one small segment of time and space. Now I can roam wherever I please and act as I wish. The Doctor. Excuse me. You do go on, don't you? Why don't you just tell us what you're here for, and then shut up? The Time Worm. Surely you have not forgotten. I promised to devour you. You should be happy, Doctor. You will become a part of what I am, though a minuscule aspect. The Doctor. No thanks. I have other things to do. The Doctor works the controls of the TARDIS. Ace. Doctor, do something! The Time Worm. I am not tied to the dimensions you are chained by. I can be incorporeal or dangerously solid. The Time Worm begins to scream and fade. The cloister bell rings. The Doctor. Time Worm. You chose the weapons, and now mutual annihilation waits. There's a small explosion and the Time Worm vanishes. Ace. The Time Worm is gone. It's over. We're safe. The Doctor. Safe? The Time Worm isn't dead. It's grown. It's learned how to change frequencies. It's escaped. How can anyone in the universe be safe when I've unleashed that abomination? It's a virus. In the lifeblood of time, Ace. It can lurk and strike anywhere, and when it pleases. We'll never be safe again until I can destroy it.
End credits. Oh my god. I did that somehow. Wow. I spent way more time on this April Fool's video than anyone should spend on an April Fool's video. Alright. I'll take a couple days to recover and then I'll whatever. Maybe I'll do this again next year with another script. Who the hell knows? I hate my life. Bye. Happy April Fool's Day.